Hey guys, JPlay here, back with another couple of runs maybe of Out There Omega Edition. So we're going to skip the tutorial this time. If you want to see the tutorial, go back and watch last time. We're similarly going to skip the introductory video. Basically, we're lost in space. We want to get to that red place. We don't know what it is. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what's going on. But we are taking to travelling faster than man ever has before with admirable keenness. A celestial body orbits slowly, strangely. I find it hard to comprehend its shape, as if it were covered in blind spots. It spins and dances like a wild animal, and I suddenly feel like vulnerable prey. I'm gonna wait. I decide to wait and see. Much to my disappointment, the thing dances for a few moments and then simply disappears. What could it have been? That's interesting. I thought I was either going to get rewarded or punished, but neither really happened. Okay. I've got enough shit at the moment. I can't quite reach that further one. I just want to travel on. I've given it some thought and come to a conclusion. The main problem with aliens is that none of them are sexy girls. Not with that attitude. You'd never be a commander in Starfleet? Is that what they're called in Star Trek? Oh god. I have no right to be playing games on the internet with that lack of knowledge about such an important topic. Especially not sci-fi ones, at least. Right, so fuel up a bit. And let's go back. There's nothing else doing in that solar system. Another black hole. Not worth going down because I showed one in the last video. This is prodigious and unbelievable. A magnificent star-shaped space station floats in vacuum. Hundreds of its shafts branch out in all directions. It even has a dock suitable for ships much larger than mine, so I land there. The atmosphere is breathable, not only by giants who have constructed this wondrous place. From the inside I see that each shaft is pointing at a specific solar system, and all of them are linked to a complex machine. Don't be a pussy, start the machine. I start the machine by trial and error. It emits an array of visible light and I quickly retreat to my ship to be ready to leave the station at once, just in case something happens. That was the right thing to do. The station disappeared. No, it's not the station. It's my ship that's transported to one of the systems that were pointed at by the shafts. If only I knew. You have been warped out there. That's not too bad. Right. I don't have enough fuel even to make this jump. I was kind of hoping that something would just let me through basically there. I was hoping that starting the machine instead of doing anything else would mean that I got fuel quickly enough to balance it. Lucky me, this is incredible, but I managed to get here with minimum resources spent. Shall I thank Supreme Powers for my survival? And why did they do that? Now I need to somehow replenish my resources. I'm a lucky, lucky boy. Right. So with this hydrogen, sort that shit out and then probe again deeper. Get more hydrogen, which I can then use to get more fuel. Now what's the next planet? That's going to be metal, which I need to be saving everything for. I need to be spending everything on fuel. So there was a surge of pressure in the oxygen line. Everything turned red. For a brief moment I looked death square in the face. Just another day on Death Ship number 1. Garden planet, that's no good to me, that's no good to me. Fuck it. Let's try another jump out of fuel. Damn it, because there was another ship there and I was hoping I would be able to get something useful out of it. Right, so I'm not going to go into the other ship thing now because I ran out of fuel beforehand. But I will start up again because I really do want to show off the new ship thing. I'm trying to be purposefully vague in case you haven't seen it yet because it's quite cool. But let's get trucking straight away, and there's a certain amount of Of all points for nanobots to improve my hull, why did it have to be when I had max hull anyway? Let's go get some fuel. I don't want to be in the situation I was last time. Oh, what are you doing? I want to be here, I want to be probing. And like I say, I always go for depth 7, not for any particular reason, it just seems to... It's about my level of risk-reward. I feel like I'm less likely to need hydrogen kept back. Unlike iron, where I really need to start splitting. In fact, I'm going to split it now. I'm going to put you in the nose. You're the repair hydrogen, okay? In case of emergencies, break nose. Right, let's go down, see what we can get off this planet. More iron. And more wankium. I've gone straight in from the last episode, so I haven't had a chance to look up what that is. Confirm, yes I do. Let's drill again. Iron. Iron. Hafnium. Wankium. Finish. Okay, so now I need to just heal up my hull, give myself that little bit of hydrogen, and so I've already been to the gas giant here. I can't go to the sun, as I've said, without having the ultra probe. So if you have the ultra probe, you can get stuff from the surface of the sun. Otherwise, you get fucked. A satellite entirely of ice. Ice is water, and when I say water, I mean H2O, precious hydrogen and oxygen. I land on the satellite, put on my spacesuit, it's freezing cold out there, and start filling my electrolytic tanks with hunks of ice and snow. All goes well, and I'm happy. And then, the satellite trembles again and again. Something huge is approaching. Fuck you, I'm fighting. Oh no. I valiantly take my soldier gun and prepare to fight the, this hairy dinosaur, all covered in ice, and it's almost 6 times the size of my ship. I stand confused until its enormous paw knocks me and my ship over. I come around in a snowdrift, and with this big guy still around, I sneak into my overturned ship. Wheezing sounds come out of my throat when I breathe. Looks like my ribs are broken. I start the engines and try to take off head over heels, scraping the ice with my hull. My ship is on orbit. I'm fine, but badly beaten. So I got fuel, I got oxygen, I lost hull integrity. That actually went out... That turned out much better than I really had any right to hope. I guess you can go there. So again, fuel up, just going to spend all of it. Heal the ship. That will take exactly 15, leaving me a round number left, if that makes sense. Nothing else in this solar system. Yet again I miscalculated my velocity and came too close, way too close to a star. No major damage, but the sudden acceleration knocked me out. On the way down, my head hit something important. Nice. So I've got to fix up my telescope, but that's not a big deal. And it took it from the place I wanted it to take it from. And then, top priority is definitely this abandoned ship. Show cargo. So the other ship isn't any better than mine. There's no point fighting for it, as it were. You know, there's no point going too far. This is probably actually is one of my old ships. Which can happen. So there's not much point doing much else. Show cargo, let me just check. We've got all the same stuff? Okay. So, first up, let's get my oxygen back. Fuel, there's nothing I can do. So let's get our drill on. Hydrogen and helium. Oh, I am spoilt. You're too good to me, game. Okay. That'll do for now, because I need to... I might go drill. I don't need any of the metals at the moment, but it could be nice. Just see if I can get myself a little treat. Silicon's no use. Iron, I guess. And then I'm going to go to the planet with the breathable air. Go meet some sentient beings. Those look pretty cool. They kind of look like a dick with wings with the bell end cut off. But apart from that, they look cool. Sure. Alien doesn't want to talk anymore. I'm not doing very well here. Oh, I got an achievement for learning the word for love. Possibly least skill-based achievement in the game. That's fine by me. I've got to get them somehow. Right, so I've already been everywhere else in that system. Let's hop here. The outer limits of this star system are bounded by giant gas clouds that block all sight. They seem to move. That's unusual. Explore. I'm being a lot more cavalier maybe than I should. I fly among the cosmic clouds. They are green, purple, red, shiny, beautiful, but they move. They look like figures with arms that cling to the dozens of planets trapped in orbit here in the outer reaches, and they seem to come towards me. I try to scoop up some high-efficiency fuel gas. Suddenly, a huge arm as big as a moon swings through the vacuum above my ship. I turn the ship around at once, but another arm takes a swing at me. Another arm, and I'm hit. Though it was made of gas, I'm still flung back to the core of the system, close to the star. What an adventure. What an adventure indeed. That only did 20 damage, but suddenly my hull is ridiculously low. I thought I had a lot more than that. 20 damage my arse. Right, let's go drilling. Try and get back some of that shit I needed. Component of an alien spaceship. Maybe I can do something with it. Shield generator. Marvellous. I don't need that much silicon, thanks. I would rather... I mean, I might as well take it, but I would kind of rather have the slot free. So what do I need for a shield generator? I need platinum and thorium. And there was nothing else in this solar system, so... hop onto this black hole. Wrong way. And... hope for the best with the yellow dwarf. The fuel's gone really low. A weird crystal ship just appeared out of nowhere. It blinks, emits strange noises, and even tries to probe my mind. Finally, it sends me a sort of mental request. I see two spheres linked together, and each sphere has 8 small satellites. What does it want? Oxygen, surely. I jettison some oxygen into space. The crystalline visitor absorbs it and answers with soft sounds. Then a force takes control of my mind, and I lose consciousness. I wake up later and about to curse it when I realise it has somehow transmitted new knowledge into my mind. So I lose 20 oxygen, but I learn the ultra probe, which I like. And in the meantime, I think we should just get our shit straight there. Fuel is going to be top priority here. Hydrogen, helium, finish. So I'm going to refuel here, and then there was another gas giant. Did it again. Okay, 2 iron is a good amount to have in the nose of the ship. As my, like I say, emergency backup. Right, so... another gas giant here. Oh, can I build the ultra probe? Do I have everything I need for it? No, I need platinum. So maybe I will drill on the populated planet. because I am, like I say, a bit of an arse. So this is the thing about this game, and a lot of games like this. Much though you start out altruistically and think, oh well, I'm going to try and play as a good person and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not. I don't see the point in pretending to be a good person. That's a beautiful coloured bit of land. Encounter life. Hope for the best. I've got to stop approving everything because it seems to fail more times than not. I'm going to drill now and... Okay, I didn't really get anything useful. I'm not even going to bother with oxygen. I guess it's probably more useful to have on board than all this extra silicon which I can't use. But what are you going to do? And now the most exciting part of this star system. I'm going to go and see what that beacon's about. Oh, that's a beautiful looking abandoned ship. So let's have a look at the actual... So, if I take over the ship, what does this actually do? Bird of prey, Moya. What have I got on my ship? I don't understand what's going on here. Tau stasis. Power, ecosystem, resistance. I mean, this seems really good. But I really don't like that there's not much space here. Right, so I'm going to go back to the beacon. If I show cargo and try and take something, does it just go there? No? I guess I don't store things, I just have to use them as I find them. Well, that sounds interesting. So this is the ship taking over mechanics. Sorry, I was excited about showing it off for a while and then I got all caught up in it. So you can come across different kinds of ships, whether they are human or alien, and take them over, and you just get the advantage of those ships. Oh, look at my radius now as well. I'm going to beast it across the galaxy. What? Oh, no. A comet crashed into my ship. I died. Actually, and surprisingly enough, I'm still alive. The comet was soft and filled with water and ice. I gathered some of the water, which means that not only am I alive, but I will also stay alive longer than expected. So get some oxygen. So if I... Oh, hydrogen probe is not installed. So I can't get any more fuel. All I can do is jump through space. Well, shit. I guess this is a completely different sort of a game then. The last space folding didn't go too well. I got too close to the surface of a star. Now, the surface of a star is not that hot, just around 5,000 degrees centigrade. But just below, it goes up to 1 million. I made it out, but the photonic winds have badly scratched my ship. Hull is the one I'm least worried about. I think I'm going to keep jumping and see what I find. I really think that might be the best way to play as this ship. More than ever before, I've come to realise the precariousness of human life. Many of us are afraid or simply believe that life is an accident. Back on our poor old rock Earth, we imagined that intelligent life was a divine scheme, that we were unique, that we had a destiny. And yet I now know that intelligent life is recurrent in the universe, accidental, possibly inconsequential. We are not unique, and we have no destiny other than the one we make for ourselves. I thought that was going to have some sort of twist at the end, but it just became really existentialist and a little bit depressing. So how far am I from the red zone? I can't see it. Well, I can reach that, just about. I crossed paths with a grey asteroid that reminded me of the moon. I remembered the moon had a lot of oxygen locked up in its bedrock, so I sampled a large specimen from it, did a little bit of electrolytic chemistry, and voila, oxygen. Not a lot, but some. Again, nothing I can do in those planets. So I'm just going for... I guess there was one further. The moment I switched on the space folder, my ship was peppered by a micrometeorite storm. I contained the leaks with a little tinkering, but I've lost a lot of fuel. This is basically like just The Martian, but in space. Right, so, abandoned ship. And what I'm going to do here is just take the new ship. I like what's been going on with this chap. It's an exciting way to get through everything, but... Right, so I've got a hydrogen probe, I've got a drill, I have a shield generator, cryonics, interplanetary reactor, but I don't have a space folder. Fuck. Right, so I'm going to have a quick peek around this. I'm just going to have to drill and hope for the best. Hopefully I should only need iron and silicon to do this. Right, so repair that. Space folder, 3 iron, 1 silicon. Marvellous. Telescope, I can probably do without. I'd rather have the slot free for fuel. Okay. Talking of, let's go grab some. I probably should have just chucked that spare silicon. In fact, I'm going to chuck the spare silicon now, I don't need it. I'll use that to get me almost up to scratch, but not quite. Actually, I would have been fine with what I had going on before, wouldn't I? Oh well. So yeah, I've lost my cool ship before, my awesome ship, but I think that was a good way to quickly get across the galaxy, but wouldn't be viable to get to the end game. So, I saw something extraordinary. I landed on a small, barely discernible planet orbiting at an ideal distance from the star. Plants, purple-coloured and very tall. Water, oddly orange. And life, tiny creatures living in tiny villages built with tiny stones. They flock around me, trembling. Is it dance? Do they take me for God? Am I here to change their life? I'm definitely going to interact. I'm not going to bully them. I sit down to adjust to their size and try to communicate with them. It's pretty hard because in addition to cultural, racial and language barriers, they seem to be simply stupid, driven mostly by instincts rather than understanding. I try to draw symbols on the ground near the tallest creature. This is hopeless. Too little progresses in too much time. I have to leave. Farewell, tiny aliens. Well, at least I learnt more. Okay, nothing I want in this system. On my way to the next star system, I received a very strange radio transmission. Hoping for the best, I changed my route to track it. Red herring. It was just an electromagnetic burst coming from a small and lost star. Hope is painful. Right, let's go chat to some new chums. That's a pretty cool race as well. The alien places something on the ground and runs away. Omega. So a bunch of races in this game will give you Omega. I don't really know what it does. I presume that's something you find out later on when you are less bad at the game. Let's chuck the hydrogen there. I'm just having a look. I'm going to dismantle the cryonics and drop that silicon. I don't need that shit. You're just weighing me down, dude. Weighing me down. There's no real benefit to cryonics, as far as I can tell. Oh, you piece of shit. One thing I do dislike in this game is when you get to a dead end like that, it just feels unfair. My ship approaches a huge and strange construction. It's really alien, very different from anything I've seen before. It kind of reminds me of the bit which gave you the destination in the first place, mate, but words appear on my computer screen. Words in my own language. Man from the Earth, we are watching you. Your journey is about more than your mere existence. Survive and we shall open the way to your eternal quest. Come to Halama Brahmaz. There you shall find the answers you seek. I've learnt Tau Stasis, marvellous. So this is what I just learnt. Ah, good, that isn't... I thought it had given me a new thing in a completely different direction, but no. Right, so... Fuck, I need thorium. I was going to say this is perfect. But perfect it is not. Right, I don't want to go there, that's too far. Can I make it here instead? So it does do it by distance. Shit. Right. Oh, I've got to go back there now. Out of fuel, this will be my last entry. Oh, that was a really good run though. I liked seeing the new kind of ship, which was quite exciting. Two new kinds of ships, in fact, but the first one was the one which was completely alien. I guess they all are, that's kind of the point. Anyway, I've been JPlay, this has been Out There Omega Edition, and thanks for watching.